Deaker.
We're focusing next on a couple of Brendon's great innings. But first, our 2x Performer of the Week, and it is a cricketer, and he is belting the ball in an unbelievable way. Have a look.
Debbie Warner and Aaron Finch will arm the batting. 2 bruisers. Oh, he's leathered that. Thank you. Can we have the ball back? Gone a long way again. Sensational shot.
And a slower ball, and he's just bopped it straight back over his head for 650 for Finch. Goes to mid-on, and it will go all the way. That's gone a long way up. It's gone a long, long way up, and a long, long way, full stop. Yeah, okay, 6 more.
Oh, yes, please, it will go all the way for 6. What an innings of the highest quality from Aaron Finch, 100 of just 47 deliveries. Now that's gone a long way up, and it's gone a long way into the crowd. Take that even further. And that'll be it. Nonchalantly just whacked over extra cover. I think that's gone all the way too. Another 6 to Finch, 127 then, highest score in T20 internationals. Now then, not quite. Oh, not any interest at all from Owen Morgan. Oh, goes again. Someone in the crowd catch it. Oh, that one's gone down as well, but it brings up the 150, 151 off just 60 balls for Aaron Finch. Quite extraordinary.
Some magnificent shots there, and we've got some that Brendon played as well that changed his life. And let's focus on the IPL, an event which did change Brendon McCullum's life. And here's what he said in the book. A year before, you couldn't conceive that your life was about to change so dramatically. I guess you constantly worry, even when you're being paid quite well as a professional sportsman, whether you're squirreling away enough. That night, in one swing of the gravel eased the pressure a little, and it did. None of us are going to experience that. Most people watching this program, and certainly I'm never going to experience. What's it like to see yourself being auctioned and suddenly the figures go up to, what did it go up to? 700K US.
Yeah, well, I'm from South Dunedin, so yeah. I think a bit of context around it.
Are you saying we could buy the whole of South Dunedin for 700K? Now, you're going to get some complaints out of Kutri Street if you start, at Glasgow Street if you start saying that stuff, mate.
No, I certainly wasn't referring to that. But, look, it was bizarre. It's still bizarre, even now, sort of 5 years, 6 years on in the IPL, it's still
was that a year you were getting that? 700 US a year?
If you played the whole tournament, then yeah.
Pro rata?
Yeah, pro rata. Yeah.
Okay.
So, look, it's look, the money is just obviously out of this world.
Isn't it?
And I guess, you know, it's still, I think the players in the IPL earn about 7% of what the IPL generates. So there's obviously
when you
some
turned up
benefits for
that
everyone
first time, and we're going to get to some of these great shots, but I understand that you were very nervous because you were out of form for a start.
Yeah, and I was sharing a change room with Ponting and Ganguly and David Hussey and some pretty big dogs in the cricketing world. So I think
7 balls to get off the mark in the first game.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And then bang.
Yeah, and I could have been out second shot I played at really. Could have been caught. So I guess that's the thing about cricket too. It's some days it works for you and other days it doesn't. But you just got to keep having a crack, I guess.
But when you stop and think about it, you know, and I watch golf too, and there are guys lining up a putt, which is the difference between 300,000 for second and 1.2 million for first, and they don't take it with a grain of salt, but, you know, you're playing a shot like that and you suddenly realise, hey, this is going to work. That got you going, that shot. Yeah, that's the shot that got you going, isn't it?
Yeah, that could easily have gone straight down third man's throat, but... It's an amazing tournament. I think that's obviously the financial benefits of the tournament are significant, but also the ability to go and play for a local team in India, have them cheer you on playing in front of 70,000, 80,000 people and you're sharing the dressing room with some of the world's greatest players. yeah, it's an opportunity that I never thought would exist in my lifetime as a cricketer. So certainly enjoy every moment that that
What's
brings.
your
It also
dad
brings
say
great
about that
friendships.
sort of stuff?
over.
I'd love to hear him on it. Does he go over and watch some of this?
No, he doesn't. He came to England this year to watch the Lord's Test match, which
Surely he'd want to go
which
to
he
India
loved.
and see you playing on that.
Yeah, he might. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'll have to ask him that. But he,
Because it must be amazing for somebody who he was a real grafter at first class level and tried his damnedest every time to be watching you suddenly 700k, ball going over, golden hat on your head, you know, all sorts of things which are so different, Brendon. It's so different.
yeah, it is. And that look, and in 10 years' time, it'll be even different again.
Well, what do you reckon is going to happen in 10 years' time?
So I would imagine guys like Kane and Tim will be on about $30 million probably. But
Do you?
No, I don't know. I've really got no idea. I think that the sport is developing so quickly in such a developing country as well. It's got so much scope to continue to grow. That it's scary where it could get to. But look, I think English Premier League, you know, that's obviously works pretty well, and there's some huge financial gains in there as well for players, and maybe cricket will get there too. But
So you scored 158 not out off 73 balls. And immediately after this, Ganguly made a statement, which I want to read to you. He said, "You know that things are never going to be the same for you again." Did you know?
I had a feeling it may be the case, yeah. I think no one really knew kind of, well, not that they do now, but no one really knew sort of who it was in India as well. I think obviously that innings changed a lot of things, and the IPL has changed a lot of things for all New Zealand cricket profiles.
There's the owner, isn't he?
Yeah.
Is he a Bollywood star, is he?
Yeah, he's probably what Brad Pitt is to Hollywood. I'd say he's probably 20 times bigger to Bollywood. So
Seriously?
Yeah, he's massive. He's the big
Good
cheese
guy?
over there. Yeah, he's a great guy. He's really humble and down to earth, and he's created a great franchise there at Calcutta. I don't think we'll be back there next year, but because we'll go back into the auction again. But really enjoyed my time there, and I thought he certainly created a great atmosphere and probably the most professionally run team in that IPL as well.
I want to touch on one other innings that we will all remember you for, and it is again a T20 innings. Your comments about that particular innings where you just went ballistic, 100 for New Zealand. You said you were seeing it like a pumpkin. Look at that shot. It changed the game.
Yeah, it was quite bizarre because the anticipation leading up to Australia arriving here was huge, and the first game I didn't get any runs and sort of felt like a missed opportunity, and then we all talked in the team about how we needed to be a lot more aggressive in our approach, and I was trying to work out how I was going to be more aggressive against the guy bowling so fast.
Look at that, 155k, and you're whacking them over by lying on the ground and smacking it around there. Had you practiced that much?
A little bit, yeah. I had, yeah, not with
Had
balls,
it come in and hit you in the chops during the practice?
a couple of times.
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, it's honestly the only reason I played that shot is because I didn't think I was capable of being able to hit him in front of the wicket. So it was just a matter of sort of having to do that to try and manufacture a boundary.
Well, you leave tomorrow to meet up with your team. I wish you the best of luck. You know, you have, as I said in opening this program, you have inspired a whole group of kids. I've got grandsons who just absolutely idolise you in the way you play the game. Don't change.
Thanks, mate. Appreciate that.
Good stuff.